Hello friends, Paladin McScoob here to share some thoughts on the current state of all things in Sanctuary. Specifically, about our beloved Diablo 2 Resurrected. We all know Ladder 4 was rushed out, all because, and I'm assuming, they wanted to get it out of the way for the imminent release of Diablo 4. No surprises there, understandable. It is one of, if not the biggest names in the realm of ARPGs. We were all anxious to get our hands on it and experience what the future of the franchise was going to offer. Now, I don't want to beat a dead horse, partly because I'm sure there are some necromancers out there who like to keep their corpses intact, but holy shit was it disappointing. To be fair, at a fundamental level, it did its job. The core shell of the game is solid, but it wasn't ready. Some of us were butthurt, others didn't see the problem, and a good number of us wanted to like it, but eventually the fairy dust wore off.
Fairy dust. It doesn't exist. It's never landed. It is no matter. It's not on the elemental chart.
It's not fucking real.
Anywho, fast forward to September 14th and we finally get a release date for the D2R Ladder 5, along with a blog post concerning its details. So you can imagine I was excited. Finally, Blizzy skimped out on the content of the last ladder, so surely they had to make amends with this one, right? Right? Wrong. I mean, look at it.
Where's the beef?
Could you imagine Dabrunski pulling some legendary vocabulary out his ass to meet the 10-minute minimum, uncovering this bad boy for a video? For those of you who can't read or refuse to read an article longer than the Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter stories combined, let me give you the Cliff Notes. Nothing new. That's right, bitch. You don't get shit. But hey, you know, good on them for going out of their way and regurgitating what each mode entails or how to save your ladder stash. I was starting to forget what a hardcore ladder meant. I'm so glad that the boys at Blizzard have our backs and respect our intelligence. No, but really.
What the fuck?
Did you even try, Blizzy? You couldn't at least run some brainstorms through, what's that thing called? Chat GPT? I don't know, let's look it up. Here, you know what? Let's try it. What new content could we add to Diablo 2? And a verdict? If you like that, there's already a list being generated. New character classes, additional acts. I mean, I don't know how that would work lore-wise, but new bosses and mini-bosses, new items and equipment. Like, I don't know, rebalance set items and unique so they're actually useful for once. It's more multiplayer features that can include, like, PvP arenas. I mean, there was a guild somewhere in the files. I remember seeing a video about that. Crafting and enchanting system. I mean, seasonal events, which is kind of going on. I know that you guys did like a, you know, boosted XP weekend from time to time. Not so much for player housing. Quality of life improvements. It would be huge. Stackable currency, right, for your runes, your gems. Maybe locking items in your inventory so don't get accidentally deleted. Community content integration. Support player created content through modding tools. Right? User-generated content. I mean, that's kind of happening on the offline side, but why not open it up to the online? Cross-platform play would also be huge. Wow, there you have it. You could just take a look at this, and ideas should be flying, right? I mean, there's already a group, you know, of talented individuals that are implementing some of these things in a currently modded version of Diablo 2. And they're kicking ass. If you guys are interested in what it's called Project Diablo 2, and I highly recommend you guys check it out. Maybe you'll learn something. And for the people that just want to play, hell, you're in for an awesome experience. But you see what I mean? That wasn't very hard. It just, I don't know, takes a little bit of effort. But I digress. I just don't understand. Weren't you supposed to have a separate team to focus on D2R? Or was it all hands on deck to help deliver the diarrhea dog water you call Season of the Malignant for your prized cash pony Diablo 4? Let alone shooting another announcement out your asses about a vampire season coming out in October? Let's hope the fuck those bloodsuckers don't sparkle. a multi-billion-dollar company who just got a payday from their new release, and this is what we get. You know, I used to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'd be careful with what I'd say because, I don't know, I had this grand delusion that someday I'd be a Diablo partner. But, you know, nah. You just popped the squat over my face and dropped a hot, steamy log on my forehead without giving me the goddamn common courtesy to brace myself with wipes on hand. And I've seen what you spend on resources for your promotional garbage. Events for big boy content creators that are catered, themed, and promoted.
No, I'm not jealous.
Dropping the big bucks for Megan Fox. Well, you know, I could kind of see it, but let me tell you something. I'm sure all of those under your wing would actually prefer you spent that money on making your games juicier instead. Thick with a triple C. You're Blizzard, goddammit. People know who the hell you are, and it's very likely that they'll buy whatever you shit out. Maybe not so much nowadays because you've been dropping L's hotter than Snoop's greatest track. Why not allocate those buku bucks to passionate individuals who live, breathe, shit Diablo, and have the skill set to make things happen on the development side? I don't know. Perhaps I'm being too cruel. I will say, you did a fine job jolting some life into the old war horse that is Diablo 2. The graphics are gorgeous, and you were right on track when Terror Zones were introduced. Hell, even the new rune words were a welcomed addition, even though there's a particular one that has burnt out my retinas with no hope of recovery. For the first time in 20 years, you gave OGs a breath of fresh air, and the hope that this was all just the beginning for greater things to come. But as recent events have transpired, we need to know what your game plan is. It sucks being kept in the dark. Diablo isn't just some IP, right? It's, to most of us, it's our childhood. A big part of our lives where friendships and awesome memories are made. A light that we could look forward to in an increasingly dark world. It's our sanctuary, and we would love it if Sanctuary got the care and treatment it deserves. Yet, you won't, because you'll use all of that to bring us to our knees. You know that just because the vocal minority are adamant for change, it doesn't need to happen because of your sales numbers. But it turns out you're bleeding, buddy old pal. Just look at the viewership on Twitch. And with Path of Exile 2 over the horizon, forget about it. Now is not the time to be complacent. I mean, look at me, right? I'm practically a monkey in a metal condom suit. I don't have a clue on how this development shit works, but there's gotta be a way for you guys to be more transparent with what's going on. The embarrassing things you call campfire chats or developer updates are just another chance for you guys to tell us that, you're working on it, and, release will be TBD, that things are much more complicated than we think. But even though you've implemented mechanics like minion focus targeting in Diablo 3 or finely tuned drop rates based on rarity in Diablo 2, we spend our hard-earned money for those experiences you call products. We spend it in good faith. We all know that the days of complete games at launch are extinct. Except for you, Baldur's Gate, you did good, kid. You did real good. But what happened to your balls, Blizzard? Where's that fire you used to bring? You used to stand for something. You used to be inspiring. You built worlds and universes for the sake of expression and sharing your art. But now you're just some corpo money file who wears the flayed skin of a good old boy we knew as Blizzard. All this time, you couldn't give us a single rune word? A quality of life change? A stackable rune? Gems? Solo self-found ladder? Anything. Anything at all. No, all you practically did was give us a charm that has a +1 to go fuck ourselves stat. So, thank you for that. If you're just gonna go on maintenance mode for D2R, so be it. You've dragged us along for quite some time already. At the very least, open it up to modding. Like I mentioned earlier, the crew at PD2 would make it so damn good, I'm sure you'll see more sales for the base game. At the end of the day, you sure as shit don't owe us anything, but it would be very cool if you did. Well, that's all I gotta say on that matter. regardless of the lack of content, I'll be looking forward to the ladder, and I'm hoping to make some new awesome memories with friends there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please share your thoughts on how you would improve the game, what we need from Blizzard, or maybe we're just crazy. Maybe I gotta go touch some grass or some ass or whatever. Talk to me. Let's get a conversation going. Much love, my friends. Big hugs. And until next time, cheers.